Hey there guys, so I generally give a lot of business advice since I'm a Beachbody coach, but today I'm going to give some life advice because this is something that has really struck a chord with me in the past week or so, and it's that feeling of resentment. I know we've all felt it at some point, whether it's to our spouse or our kids or our in-laws or our parents or our siblings or a girlfriend or, friends, etc., a boss, the list goes on and on. We've all had that feeling of being really angry and irritated with somebody, and more being really upset that they aren't upset too. And the worst part about being upset at somebody is they generally have no idea why you're upset. And women generally fall prey to this way more than men because we just think that, my husband and I have been married for 10 years, so he should just know that I'm angry about this and I shouldn't have to tell him. Well, sorry, that's not the case. So I wrote a blog about this the other day, but I was listening to a podcast, and she was talking about the feeling of resentment and why it can be so detrimental, and really it's a reflection on yourself. And here's why. So if you're angry and you're resenting somebody, it's because they didn't meet an expectation. And it's not their fault they didn't meet the expectation most of the time, because number one, you may have never made a clear expectation. So if you get married, you moved in with your husband, and you expect him to take the trash out because that's what your dad always did, and 2 months into your marriage, he's not taking the trash out and you're angry about it, you have to look at yourself and say, hey, did I ever communicate that I expect him to take the trash out? So if it comes to another relationship, are you telling people what you expect out of that relationship? And it's not, pushy. It's you setting up people to treat you the way that you want to be treated. So it's really helpful to everybody. So if you're not willing to have that conversation about expectations, I know during football season that I'm not going to get my husband to do a lot because he loves football. So that's an expectation I have. It's frustrating. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. But I know football season comes, and I might as well become the handyman at that point. But you really have to be honest with yourself when it comes to expectations. Are you clearly stating to your kids that you expect them after dinner to clear off the table without being asked? Well, you need to say that to them. Otherwise, they're never going to do it. Or if you're not willing to have that hard conversation about expectations, then you need to lower your expectations. Because it's just going to cause you to get resentful. It's going to cause you to get angry. And the other person has no clue. They don't know that you resent them. Most of the time we're really good at hiding it or just avoiding the person altogether. And so they could have no clue that they didn't do something, or they did do something, but you haven't expressed it. So my takeaways for overcoming resentment are, one, you need to clearly communicate it. I tend to be an over-communicator. In certain relationships, I will over-communicate everything. So you have to set the clear expectation, or you have to lower your expectation. Otherwise, you're just going to walk around with a chip on your shoulder, and the only person it's going to bug is you. So I hope this helps, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.